because Sylvia is not here. We have to do that. Mr. Bobby?
Yes, sir, thank you. School's out. I think it is. We need to really be in prayer for these kids as they roam the streets. Don't, the parents, don't run over them or whatever, but.
The parents of the kids.
Yeah, that's right. Lord, we thank you for the day. We thank you for the opportunity we have to come to this place to carry on words and laws of your county. You blessed us greatly, Lord. We thank you for that. And Lord, as the decisions are made, may your wisdom prevail. And Lord, yes, we ask you to be with our school children countywide. They're out of school now. They're going to be in the streets. Keep them safe, Lord. Keep the parents safe too, Lord. We just praise you for what you're going to do in our lives. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Citizens' comments. We have Margaret Ellison. You want to wait till the agenda item?
Just the agenda item.
Okay. And then Ed, we want to wait on the agenda item as well. Ed, is your,
You want to wait on the agenda?
is, okay, is she here yet? Okay, just let me know when she's here and then we'll go from there. Okay. So, Heather, is you going to do a public comment on the election
I
stuff
do,
and everything
thank
today?
you.
Everybody, please encourage everybody to get out and vote. Very important election.
Thank you. Today is election day for both the Democratic and Republican primary runoffs. So far in Chambers County during early voting, we have voted 6% of the total amount of registered voters, which is 38,296. Early voting, we had 2,332 in-person votes with 74 mail ballots. And so far this morning, we have had 136 votes. So let's encourage our friends, our family, and our neighbors to get out and vote today. A very important runoff in our state. Polls are open statewide, 7 to 7.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Heather. 1.2, we are going to table. We're going to skip over 1.3, waiting on someone else to show up. We're going to go down to Road and Bridge. 3.1, discuss and consider the abandonment of Avenue E, F, and G in Stoll Township between the 1st and 2nd Street as petitioned by Mark Armator and set a public hearing for Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026 at 10 a.m. Brad Wilbur out there?
Might be another round.
Brad?
Good morning.
Hey, traffic's tough, man.
Y'all never get to me this early, so.
Hey.
Oh, good morning, Judge, Commissioners. So we've got another petition from, not another, but from Mark Armator in Stoll. He is looking to get Avenue E, F, and G abandoned. This is between 1st and 2nd Street. He's a majority owner of the adjacent properties. There's a couple of homeowners that they are part of this, not part of the abandonment, but they do border these rights of way. Now they still, if the court chooses in a month to close these, they will have direct access from 1st and 2nd Street no matter what. However, we will send out notification to all the property owners, make them aware, just like we always do, and they will have their say during the public hearing. So, and these are all 60-foot unimproved right-of-ways, like the majority of them out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whose shop is on Avenue F right away?
Mr. Bob Kayla.
Okay. Is that gonna be an issue?
This should not, that should not affect, because it should be the street, next street over. Yep, I think Mr. Bob's is on, might be on Third.
It just shows it right in the middle of, between First and Second in the middle of Avenue Ave.
This, okay,
Yeah,
that shouldn't,
Here between First
It's
and
in the,
Second
it's
Street.
in the,
okay.
it's in the
Yeah.
abandonment section.
That could be an issue then. I've been looking at these, we've had probably 3, 4 abandonments in the last couple
Yeah.
months.
No, I
So
know.
I'm trying to get these,
Can we take them in independent components when we get to them?
we can.
I think.
Yes, if it's a matter of only, at the time, F or whatever the case would be.
We need to break these into 3 components. I mean, I know we gotta have the public hearing, but I think when we put it on the agenda, we need to break them into 3 components if we can, or at least talk about them.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't wanna do a blanket where we do all of them or none. It could be just 1 or 2, whatever the case may be, so.
And I'm sure you're gonna work on it, but I just wanna get some more information on what is even built in the right of way. The shop that's built in the right of way, I mean, I just get some information on what happened.
It's been there since 1975. How it
Okay.
got there, and I couldn't tell you.
Is it in use still? Is it dilapidated? Is it a good building? Is it?
Mr. Kayla's here if you.
Oh,
if
well,
you'd like
Yeah,
to
and
speak
I
that to
met
us.
with Commissioner Gore out there a week and a half ago.
Yes.
It's, the way it looks dilapidated. I couldn't tell you the actual integrity of it. I think he might be trying to sell it, but I'm not sure.
The structure, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, we'll just keep it there.
Yeah. So,
He can't sell the structure on county right away.
No, he can move it.
He can move the structure, correct?
well, that's
Yeah.
that's probably not a question for me.
Okay.
As far as the legal status of that. But yes, what I'll do next month, we will separate them out, each road, and then,
Okay.
and look at them independently. That we're asking for?
So is this
Commissioner
a
Dagley?
motion, Commissioner?
That's it.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dagley, second by Commissioner Hammond, to hold a public hearing for June 23rd, 2026, at 10 a.m. Any further discussion?
No, and I just,
Yes, go ahead.
I just assume Mr. Caleb will be here, and he'll be notified of the hearing, he'll come back, or in the meantime, we can work on this.
I've stayed in contact with Mr. Kayla on the previous abandonment, and so I'll get with him also.
Perfect, alright.
All right?
Commissioner,
Oh, yes,
just,
go ahead.
Brad, just make sure if there's a legal question on any of that, you send it over to Matt and myself so we can look over it and, make sure we don't have any issues before the hearing.
I'll do that.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad.
So go to engineering and project management, 4.1, discuss and consider approving task order number 3 to Cobb Finley and Associates Incorporated for the development of the annexation exhibit for the Chambers County Soccer Complex and Community Building in the amount of $3,500.
Yes, so this is to approve the task order for Cobb Finley to do the associated survey work for the boundary of the, I believe it's CC Mud 1. With the annexation, they have to redraw the lines. We've given them all the survey. This is just to have them do it so that they can keep it on with their legal process and everything for annexation.
Okay. Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Dagley. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed, motion carries. 4.2, discuss and consider approving Chambers surveying and mapping to survey the part north of Canal in Anahuac.
Yes, so Chamber Surveying and Mapping is the survey company that we've been using. They've been vetted in for I don't know how long already. It's a big question for George. So this survey that we're needing is for the park. I know Dwayne has been working on it and kind of brought me into the loop to get this survey. I'm gonna ask that we do this as a not to exceed 5,000. It should be well less than 5,000 because it's a small piece. But that's just my recommendation for the motion on
Would
that
you
side.
explain to the court what this survey's for,
So
or I
Dwayne.
can, or Dwayne can? Dwayne can.
Yes, Commissioners. This survey is pertaining to the splash pad near the park that's on the other side of the canal. I forgot the name of that park.
George Carver Park.
George Carver Park. And so this is something that we need to determine. The church, Lily of the Valley, is donating this piece essentially back to the county after it was conveyed to them, so that there'll be enough space to complete the splash pad for the community, the children in that community.
Okay.
Chris, can I speak to that? The park is located in the old Cape Bank subdivision partition. We gave, the county sold to Lily of the Valley a large piece in there. So this, I hope this is just gonna be a small portion of their project. Okay.
It's, I don't remember the dimensions that we had talked about that day in my office, Dwayne. It's like, let's just say less than 100 by 100. I think it's
Okay.
even smaller than that, actually.
Because
Yeah.
there's no room to put it on what the existing Cape Banks partition, no.
So I'm saying the church was willing to donate this or for the, in the betterment of the community.
Okay, good deal. So move.
Motion by Commissioner
Second.
Hammond,
Second.
second by Commissioner Dagley. Further discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Economic Development and Tourism, Samantha. 5.1, discuss and consider authorizing an additional allocation of $885,000 in the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America Energy Security Act, GOMESA fund to the Galveston Bay Foundation for Smith Point Conservation Easement and Shoreline Protection Project.
Take that name up with the federal government, cause they're the one that, named the program,
It's all good.
not me. Okay, so, for everybody present, Go Mesa is, how we pronounce that acronym. Go Mesa was created after the Deepwater Horizon incident, and the federal government takes a portion of proceeds from offshore oil and gas drilling and allocates that between the 4 Gulf-facing states. We've received an allocation since 2007, which is when the program was originally put into place. Initially, our payments were like $6,000 to $10,000. They were pretty small. But in 2016, phase 2 of the Go Mesa program came into play, and our allocations became much larger. For example, this year we received $860,000, and we get an allocation annually. Over the past 5 years, we've been trending upward. We've kind of been around $750,000 to $850,000. Those funds are to be used for coastal restoration, living shorelines, that type of thing. So in 2023, we partnered with the Galveston Bay Foundation and gave them $1.6 million. They're working on a very large coastal restoration project that benefits our residents. Obviously, as things do, it takes time to get started. They've realized now that what their initial cost estimate 2 years ago, 3 years ago is not gonna be sufficient. They're asking for an additional allocation of $860,000. I recommend that we move forward with this. It is the intended use of these funds. We don't use them otherwise, although I'm gonna start looking at ways that we can use them. We have $1.6 million, Aaron, I think is what we have in there right now.
3.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3. We have a substantial amount of money in there. We have plenty of money to share.
No, after we approve this item, hopefully.
Samantha, can you, you're saying 860, but the agenda says 880.
I'm sorry, 885, yes,
Okay,
thank you for
okay.
clarifying, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
motion by
Second.
Ty, second by Hammond. If no further discussion, all in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Samantha, and just asking, is there any reason you say it's for shoreline and stuff like that?
It says what it's
Is there any
for.
reason you think look to the future after we get double barrel and all that dredged out, that some of these funds cannot be used for that?
Possibly, since it would be maintenance, yes, that is a possible, it's intended to, reinforce infrastructure, and that can be through natural, which is obviously what the Galveston Bay Foundation is doing, but we can look at that for sure.
Because we have a lot of boat slips and inlets down there that we
Sure.
need to keep cleaned out, so if those funds are available, it'd be great, especially for the economical impact down in those areas.
Yeah, we've got the money to use. I expect, just so you guys are aware, I expect our annual income to stay this way at least through 2032. And then possibly increase after that, because there was a moratorium on indexing additional, rights or like, property areas. There's 8.2 million acres that are included in this program. But after 2032, there is a possibility that additional acreage could be annexed into this program depending on what happens there, so.
Can you, like, shortlist, summarize to the commissioners, maybe in the next week or so, what all would qualify
Absolutely.
for the funds for those projects, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and I'll also say that we have these funds that are allocated to us, we don't have to ask permission for how we use them, I mean, obviously, we wanna make sure that we're using them based on program guidelines. But I will say that there are additional funding opportunities available using Go Mesa funds through the Texas General Land Office. And actually the project that we're working on was listed in the Texas General Land Office's long-term, kind of natural infrastructure plan that they issued, but there are 7 other projects in Chambers County that they've deemed eligible for use through their programming as well.
I'm just curious, because I mean, each one of us have coastal projects,
Yeah.
I mean, coastal areas, right, in their own unique way.
Sure.
And of course, I have a project going on in the bay, potentially here, well, I do. And just if I can match it up or do something like
Yeah.
over in the McCollum Park area along that water frontage or anywhere along the
Absolutely.
Point and Beach City area,
Yeah, and
I'd like to know that.
and they want us to use these
Yeah,
funds, so
yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't even realize we had them until
Sure.
2023, cause they just kinda go into an account and none of us really knew what it was until Aaron and I started looking and saying, oh, wait a second, we have this money coming in every year. And then we started researching, but any way that we can creatively use the funds, as long as it's aligning with the program, we want to do that. And there is additional funding out there that we can look at
No
too.
good, thanks,
I
sir.
think if we can utilize these funds to alleviate some of the stress on our budget, general fund, I think it'd be.
Yeah,
very
that's,
good.
we can't legally do that, that's supplantation.
What's our typical annual allocation?
So we've been trending between 750,000 and 850. We were at 860 this year. Last year we were at 840-ish, I think, just off the top of my head looking at the numbers. I can give you a list of the last 10 years as well.
Okay, so there's funds in there we hadn't used
Correct.
previous years.
Correct. And it increased substantially over the past several years because of the price of oil and gas. So it's 36.8% of income from offshore oil and gas is divided between the 4 coastal states. And then that's divided down between the individual political subdivisions in there. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about that our one little teeny tiny bit of beachfront property is generating this much income, so.
Okay, we'll go to 5.2, discuss, consider authorizing execution of an agreement amendment with the Texas Water Development Board, TWB, related to the countywide regional drainage study, flood infrastructure fund, FIF grant.
So, all of mine are. So we utilized FIF funding to do the regional drainage study that we've completed. We're in the closeout of that particular project, and in doing so, we've identified some monies that weren't used. When we'd originally submitted the application, we had a grant management firm, Public Management Inc., on board to help us, and then as we worked through that, we determined that we didn't need their services, but we built in a chunk of money to be used for that. I managed the grant in-house, obviously that didn't cost the county anything additional, so we have a little bit of money left over. And what we would like to do with your support is, and Water Development Board is on board, is transfer those funds over to help support the cost of the hackberry and cotton project that we're working on right now. You guys may remember TDM has allocated us like $900,000 to do design and initial work. And this money would just kind of help assist with that as well. So we'll have a little bit of a bigger bucket to take from when we're working on that project.
What's that amount?
It's not a lot. It's $100,000, give or take.
So moved.
Second. Vice Mayor Hammond, second by Commissioner Bagley. No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. And down to 5.3, discuss and consider authorizing execution of a memorandum of understanding MOU between Chambers County and I-Sustain for participation in Chambers County Recycling Partnership and related recycling sustainability initiatives.
Okay, so you guys are aware that Commissioner Hammond specifically has been leading the charge on having recycling available again within the county. Unfortunately, our initial partner, Cyclix, was disbanded, and their assets were divided up between their Lyondell Basell and Exxon. And so that kind of left us sitting on a lump and thinking, what are we gonna do with our recycling? And Talca was thinking the same thing. So we've partnered now with a new organization called I-Sustain. They're new to us. They have decades of experience. They were recommended by Exxon, and Exxon is partnering with them in all of their individual recycling partnerships. Basically, for us, it just means that they're gonna be the end user of what we bring to Talca. They're gonna get the stuff from Talca and recycle it. There's no cost to us for doing this. It's just saying that, yes, we understand that our waste is going to Talca, and then through Talca, it's going to I-Sustain. Pretty basic, nothing changes for our residents or anything like that.
Okay. Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Tice.
So hopefully this will be a little bit more sustainable and stable, because it's actually a division of ExxonMobil, so maybe this one will stick around.
Yeah, their leadership is more heavily involved in this organization than they were in Cyclix. They're easier to work with too. Cyclix had a lot of red tape around even logos we could and couldn't use. For example, we weren't allowed to use, they call it the chasing arrow symbol, the one that we all know as the recycling symbol. Cyclix wouldn't let us use that on our documents, but obviously Exxon has a lot of money, so they don't care if we use that or not. But yeah, really excited to work with them, very knowledgeable. I think it's gonna be a great partnership.
All in
All right.
favor?
Thank you.
Opposed,
Thanks, Sam.
motion carries. Parks and Rec, 6.1, discussion consider approving a park use agreement for the Old River Winfrey Founders Day for June 25th, 2026, Old River Winfrey Park.
Good morning, Commissioners. Yeah, this is just a park use agreement that Ms. Murphy sent over from Old River for the Founders Day event.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Bagley, second by Commissioner Tice. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed, motion carries. 6.2, discussing consider approving a park use agreement for the Great Alligator Roundup to be held September 11th through the 13th, 2026 at Fort Anahuac Park.
Yeah, this is from Casey over at Fort Lee. He's in here. He called and we'll use the park for Great Alligator Roundup. So those are the park use agreement.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner
Second.
Tice, second by Commissioner Hammond.
Hey, you wanna give us a little rundown on what you? Yeah, come up here.
Mike, state your name for the. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Casey Hedges. Most of y'all know me. So, just appreciate y'all's time. Look, what I'm proposing is a one-day event. One-day event, cook off on Friday night. Saturday would be basically 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock. There was a lot of discussion that went into trying to bring back the Gator Fest or what was, and it was decided that it just wasn't the right timing. So everybody's looking to me to do something, so here we are. So basically, Marsh Master Classic is a 20-day event. Every year we do the Marsh Master Classic. We pay out prize money to the biggest gator every single day. This is just going to be a community event that we can bring in your youth organizations, your FFAs, all the people that want to be involved and want to generate dollars for their 501c3s. They can be front row. They can help participate, help facilitate. We're thinking more along the lines, instead of paying big name entertainment, I'd rather do a fishing tournament, use the stage up there where it existingly was as entertainment. Duck calling competition's been talked about a karaoke competition, actually give out prizes. Like, who won the biggest gator of the day and stuff like that, it would be actually on the stage, so, that's pretty much the rundown, is what I would like to do, just to keep this alive and then keep dollars being generated for the community is the goal, that's the goal, so.
So you do the cook-off on Friday night, or Friday
Yes.
day, Friday night?
Friday night, then you could sell wristbands, there's your food, get in there, they can sell chopped beef, whatever, go in there and you can generate some money that way. BYOB, cooler checks, obviously ID checks, lots of security. We're not gonna skimp on security, I can promise you that. I really just mainly wanted to get y'all's blessing so I could start, you know what I mean? Are y'all gonna allow me to do this with all the sensitivity that's going on and what's happened? I feel like we've got, I know Samantha, I've got a bunch of great teammates, we can make this happen. So,
Commissioners, I 100% support this. I think it's a great idea.
Me too. Her too. To fill in.
That's right, 40 years later, Casey's gonna keep things rolling.
Appreciate it, Casey.
no problem. Now, one thing, I don't know if there's, in front of y'all, there's a map or whatever, look, utilizing the baseball fields, okay, I know there's some sensitivity around that, but utilizing that, you maintain a lot of control, and you don't need as much fencing. And they can come in from Main Street, and they can come in from where the parking lot is too. And you can, it's minimal fencing, and you can hold a lot of, AYSO can do a kickball tournament, raise some money, whatever, whoever. There's lots of ideas, lots of things that we can do. I know there's turf out there, but as long as we don't put no gum or sunflower seeds and we police that, or no red dye and stuff, I think it's gonna be a problem. And they do play baseball on them, so it's not, I don't think we're gonna tear them up. I think it's a huge benefit if we can do that. You can use all that concrete space in the middle to put booths and things like that where people can sell t-shirts and hats and whatever they want. So those are my ideas. So any other questions?
Not a question, but, so the sheriff's office will give you the all the requirements for security and all that, so it's
Justin's
quite
already been
detailed,
working.
so.
Yes, sir.
And of course, fire marshal is part of it, so, but, I think it's great idea, so. I appreciate you and your group stepping up and trying to put something together, so.
Thank you.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
6.3, discussing and approving Craftsman for the construction and lease price tag for Gregory Park in the amount of $399,571.29.
Looky there.
Yeah, this is a splash pad over at Gregory Park that we looked into. We've had three options, and the option that we chose is $399,571.29. So
Now, I've met with Oxy Chemical, they are going to offset some of this cost with a donation of $40,000. So we'll have that in addition to this here, so it'll be $399, and then got with Aaron, they're either gonna pay an invoice or just donate the money to the county. So this money is from the CO2 injection that Oxy had leasing up our property and everything. So these funds are available for these projects.
So balancing that.
589.
Okay. And then, so is it $399 less 40?
Yes,
Okay, so roughly $300.
yes.
Well, there's additional cost in here, so civil work, electrical, water, all that, so who takes care of all that?
the Craftsman.
Craftsman?
Yes, sir.
All that.
Yes,
So
sir.
they have it by
Sir?
No site prep, civil work.
We're gonna get with Mike, and see if they can help us out a little bit. Since this is a project, that I know they can use their expertise to help us out. Mike Gafford, yes, sir.
So I haven't seen it, but if that's by others, not sure how much we can help, but we'll look into it.
We're just gonna buy the ones that were built in Fort Anahuac and the ones that was built in Winnie. It's the same company.
Okay. Entertain a motion? Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Dagley. No further discussion, all in favor? Any opposed, motion carries. We're going to
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. We're gonna jump back to the first page to 1.3. Discuss and consider approval to interlocal agreement between Winnie Stowe Hospital District and Chambers County related to the county's agreement to fund approved site preparation and dirt work cost of the East Annex construction in the amount not to exceed $730,000. Dwayne.
Yes, Commissioner, as far as the legality of the document, I mean, I didn't see any issues with it. And, just a matter of just discussing the financial component of it, but as far as the document is written, I mean, I didn't have there's no legal issues that I found with it. It was fine.
So we're purchasing 2.5 acres? Ed, let's say your name
Yes.
for the record.
Yeah, 2.5.
State your name for the record.
Oh, my name's Edward Merle. I'm the president of the Winnie Stowe Hospital District,
So we're getting 2.5 acres roughly
roughly 2.5.
for $80,000 an acre. And then the rest of the money is for site preparation and buying into your detention.
Is the
Correct.
survey that's in the packet, Jimmy, is that the corner of the lawn?
Yes, sir.
The second, that's the track we'll be looking at?
Yes.
And all the drainage is gonna be on y'all's track, correct? So
Correct,
we're gonna get the tie into y'all's system, but we'll get to use the full 2.5 acres for us.
correct.
Yes.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Hines, second by Commissioner Dagley.
Can't vote yes, that's. It's a good site.
Any further discussion? Any further discussion?
No, good job, Jim, this is gonna be
Thank
great.
you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely, this new annex is gonna fit really good on the property, we really appreciate you guys being open to partnership, so thank you.
Correct. Well, I'd like to thank the court too for the partnerships we've had in the past and in the future too. Our doors are open.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Ed.
Thank y'all very much.
And then we'll be getting with y'all to distribute the funds and then move forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go back to the second page. We'll go to maintenance and building, Mike, 7.1, discuss and consider approval for Smith Point DFD to build a new storage building to house emergency response equipment on the county property. And we have one citizen's comment on that from Ms. Margaret Ellison. If you'd like to speak, now would be your time.
One, thank y'all for having me this morning. The reason we're asking for this, we have the funds to build the building. We have received 4 bids. We don't know who we're gonna go with yet. We're just here seeking approval to build it on county property, since it will be, county insurance that's covering it. But we have a high water rescue vehicle that we're not even able to have down in Smith Point because we don't have any protection to put it in. We have no building to store it. It would be sitting outside. It's a high water rescue vehicle that we bought several years ago. It is now sitting at Raymond Anders' house. And so we're just asking for permission because we are gonna use money that we have earned through our fundraising. Everybody knows about our auction and fish fry we have down there every year. So it's money that we have saved up through the years. So we would finance, this fire department, Smith Point Volunteer Fire Department, would take it out of our general fund, which is money, like I said, we have earned through the auction to pay for it. We're just asking for y'all's blessing to be able to put it on the property. We're asking for permission before forgiveness. Thank you.
Mike?
Yeah, a little background. Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. So Commissioner Gore brought this to me about, a couple months ago. And we started looking at it, and to ensure that it's windstorm and insurable, we went through our regular maintenance proposal protocols. And I believe you now have a few better prices than the one you originally had.
They're all a little more expensive, but the 135 feet of tying it into the building brought the Daniel's estimate up from 53,000 up to 68,000.
Right, well, apples to apples and oranges to oranges, if everybody's on the same page. Anyway, you have options.
Yes.
And so, again, we thought it'd be best to go through the protocol, get the bids, Roy put down the drawing, and so here we are.
If we just want to make sure it's windstorm approved.
Yep.
Because the county will be insuring it since it is on our property and it's part of our facility, so we want to make sure that they go by the county's protocol.
Yep.
Motion by Commissioner.
Commissioner,
Any discussion
Sorry.
on anything?
I'm sorry, I just had just one question, just to be proactive. This property will, after it's built, will be county-owned property, right?
Yes, anything built on.
Yeah, it's county-owned property now.
Okay, even though, I mean, but she was talking about the financial component that she was gonna be adding to that. I mean, since it's gonna be on county property, county's insuring it, it's gonna be county-owned property.
Yes.
Okay, just wanna make sure.
And I just had a question to follow up with Dwayne. You said you guys were gonna fund this. Are y'all gonna borrow, or do we have lien on the property? Y'all have the funds to completely pay for it?
We have the funds to completely pay
So
for
it'll be
it.
no lien, so that's what I was gonna ask Dwayne. So this
Yeah.
will be free and clear, so we'll all be ownership.
It would be free and clear.
No, they, yeah.
That'd be the only hiccup, is since it's no lien on it, it should be clean.
Okay. No further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
None opposed, motion carries. All right, we're going to 7.2, discuss and consider approval to move the remaining budget fund balance from the CO 23 Road and Bridge Shop Warehouse in the amount of $279,438 to CO 24 refurbished sign shop interior exterior budget funding. Mike?
Yes, so this has been the plan all along. This facility, the sign shop, is essentially a road and bridge building. So, yeah, we just need to move the money over so we can roll on.
Are we rehabbing it for
That's,
like
yeah,
280, or are we rebuilding it?
we rebuilding it. It'd be torn down flat. We've already done the workaround. We've included using Anahuac Electric. We've tied in the gas pumps already to the community building power, or the communications building power. Has all, backup generator, so we're not having to put people out in the storm to, roll out a portable over there to fuel vehicles. So all that workarounds actually be done by tomorrow.
So moved, Commissioner.
Motion by Commissioner Tice, second by Commissioner Hammond. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, so, safety,
Mr. Gafford.
yes, sir, safety and emergency management, EMS, 10.1, public hearing, 10 a.m. regarding mass gathering permit application for the Johnny Ackles Rodeo to be held August 20th through the 22nd, 2023. So it's 10:12 a.m. We will recess out of the regular session of Commissioners Court and go into a public hearing at 10:13 a.m. Is Samantha out there? Is she? Sure, no biggie.
I think Brian.
Is Ryan out there?
No, he said two down.
Okay,
But there, he said there was no issues with it.
okay.
He's not here.
Okay, 10:14 a.m. we will adjourn out of the public hearing and go back into the regular session of Commissioners Court. And go to 10.2, discuss and consider approving the mass gathering permit for the Johnny Apples Rodeo to be held August 20th through the 22nd, 2026 at the Winnie Stowe Park.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Hammond, second by Commissioner Tice. No further discussion or comment, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. And we are down to the law enforcement.
Mallory's
Huh?
Mallory's gonna.
Okay. We go to 17.1, discuss and consider master software service agreement between Chambers County Sheriff's Office and the Trusted Driver Incorporated E-Bodyguard to be paid out of the district attorney's forfeiture fund. Mallory.
Hi there, I'm here with Chief Hearn. It's actually just e-bodyguard.
It is just e-bodyguard. Trusted Driver is a separate contract.
So we're asking for the court to allow us to pay for this 3-year service contract. Sheriff's Office came to us with this app that would be fantastic for victims of domestic violence, specifically actual violence and stalking. Chief Hearn found it, I believe, and it's a great tool for people who are in situations that are really scary or they've already been in those situations. They can download the app on their phone and they can use voice command to call 911 when something's happening. It will automatically call 911. It will automatically send the operator their geolocation, and then it starts collecting evidence right away. It starts recording, and it automatically sends all that evidence to the law enforcement agency. This is critical for us because I don't know if y'all are familiar with domestic violence cases, but a lot of times on Friday the assault occurs. They're arrested by Monday morning after about 100 calls from the Chambers County Jail. We're getting calls to our office saying they want to drop the charges. Those are the scariest cases because those are the cases where their lives are in peril. Those are the cases where we're truly scared for their lives. So this is a huge tool for us. This is a resource where the Sheriff's Office is being proactive, giving a tool to victims ahead of time, anticipating that they are probably going to go back to these abusers, and we're just going to try to save lives, and our office is going to try to have as much evidence as we can in the future for cases, and we absolutely want to help them, so we're asking to be able to use those forfeiture funds to be able to pay for that 3-year contract. So,
How much was the contract?
I think it was like, Aaron, was it $21,000?
So moved, Commissioner.
Take it from the criminals and give it to the victims.
Commissioner Brown, I just wanted to make sure, Chief, this isn't the contract related to the concerns that the county treasurer brought to you about the site. That's separate as far as the citations.
On the agenda, they're kind of combined, they're conflated, but it's two different things. This is just the e-bodyguard.
Okay, so.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bodyguard, yeah.
Do we need to do
You're losing me.
amended first and second for e-bodyguard only?
Okay, got that. But who was I got Tice
Commissioner
and
Tice
who?
and Daly.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. All in favor? Any opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank
We
you.
don't need to worry about this trusted bodyguard.
We had hoped it would be on the agenda today.
Okay, so y'all want to discuss it?
Sure.
Yeah, we can discuss it.
Well, the thing is that there's gonna be a new contract amended, so if you want to approve it pending those changes, I mean, we can do that. And that's what I would advise, just so that we're not slowing up, or not slowing up, but we're not, delaying the sheriff's office in implementing this.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And it has been submitted.
Yes,
It
yes.
just didn't, we probably messed this up, how we'll take responsibility for it. But the Trusted Driver contract is a e-citation program that will allow us to get out of the paper ticket, paper warning. It will automatically provide all of our racial profiling data every year that we kind of have to scrap together every year now. It will allow for motorists to have an online access to their citations. They can communicate directly with the JPs about, nothing changes on the JP side. It's just automating our side of it in the form that we chose to go with. It's a $15,000 a year program. But right now, if you're not aware, the process we have to do with written citations, we ask our traffic unit to write 2 tickets an hour because of the writing portion, the body cam portion, and then having to come back to the office or sit in their car and manually plug that into the RMS. Having an automated system should at least double our productivity.
How do they issue a citation? Is it still paper on the side of the road?
No, it's either device to device, or I hand you a piece of paper with your citation number, and it has a QR code on it, or a phone number, and you can identify that.
So they don't have to sign anything?
They can either sign by the device, or sign that document. But it's not the actual, the citation itself is automated in the system.
Yeah, they're currently doing handwritten tickets.
Wow.
And so I did a few ride-alongs for the sheriff's office, and this is gonna create more efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, I watch guys come into the office and sit for an hour and a half putting a day's worth of tickets into the database.
Big time saver.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve pending legal review.
Okay, let's take a second here. This is still 17.1
Yes.
-2, Heather, is that? Is that A and B, or however you want to do it?
Trusted driver Inc. software contract with legal approval.
7.1.
And just to let the court know that the issue is just where the money would be going when the citations are paid, and so we want to make certain that that doesn't complicate things for our county treasurer and everyone else, so that we can deal with that separately and just be able to implement the program now without any delay.
And just we've already settled that.
Okay,
That's
great,
why we're
great,
going
great,
with
great.
the higher cost version. There's a different version that allows for an online payment, but the discussion that we've had with the treasurer's office is we just stick with the current method.
So your motion is to approve trusted driver Inc. pending legal review,
Yes.
and that's your second.
Yes.
Try not to have any more questions.
Oh, you're good.
What's the price tag?
It's
Sir.
15,000.
What's the price tag?
15?
15?
Yes, sir.
E-bike was 15 also?
E-body was 21-ish.
How much,
Dickie loves online.
so Aaron, how much, this is coming from the DA's forfeiture fund?
E-body was that, we're paying for trusted driver.
Okay, so you're paying, okay.
Yes.
Okay, you like contract fund?
Yes, sir. The contract we're actually getting is, for the rest of the year, it's no cost. And then we'll be asking for that for 27.
Okay, because it's in the sheriff's department's paying for this, not
Correct,
the DA.
yes, sir.
Okay, so I just want to make sure and clarify that because it's still all in the same deal. Okay, any further? Heather?
Okay, I got everything. Okay.
Okay.
Ryan?
I'm not perfect.
You look like it was right on the tip of your tongue.
Nope. I don't wanna get pinched by something, so.
Okay, no further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we're done. Thank you. Down to consent. Mr. Tice?
I'm good.
Mr. Hammond?
You don't have anything right
Mr. Day?
The only thing I was gonna ask is 1915 is the exact same thing we just discussed, which is the trusted driver agreement.
So we updated it. We originally submitted the one with the online payment version, which was 9,000.
Okay.
And after our discussions, we settled on the 15,000 version that does not offer that.
So is that the actual?
That's the actual,
The item that we just?
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Can we just move it? Can we just?
We'll fix it.
Thank
I
you.
mean, we'll put
I knew I did.
clerk's notes to it so that it follow the yellow brick road for the public. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Everything's good, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion recommended by Powell, second recommended by Hammond. No further discussion, all in favor? Any opposed, motion carries. So we are down to executive. We're gonna take personnel, section 551.074, consultation with attorney, section 551.071, deliberation regarding real property, section 551.072, and deliberation regarding security devices or security audit to executive session. And we will recess at 10:24 a.m. and go to executive. Commissioner Court come back to order at 12:30. No action at a executive session, so we are adjourned.